Yum, yum!
Hey everybody, just a quick video here. I wanted to give a little introduction to some of the assets that are going to be coming along with Project Nurnie. And this is going to be an ongoing project where I'll be releasing packs of Nurnies in specific kind of content types over a couple of times per month. 2 to 4 times per month is my goal here. And the first pack, which will be up for free, both on Gumroad, it'll be up for free release, as well as coming out to any of the Patreon subscribers, but you can go to download it at Gumroad if you're not a Patreon subscriber. In the future, you can go and get these on. If you're a subscriber on Patreon, you'll be able to get them, and you also get them if you want the individual packs or groups of packs on Gumroad. So what I've got here in the first one is a set of 2 meter by 2 meter panels. So the idea here is fairly simple. We're going to have a bunch of individual sizes and types of elements. The first ones are fairly simple. These are panels that could be used for floor, wall, ceiling, whatever, that are 2 meters by 2 meters. And you'll be able to get them as an LXO file that will have all of the specific Nurnies for a particular group. So in this case, it would be all of the 2 meter panels. They'll also be in there, if we look in the layout, as Modo preset files. Okay, and then they'll also be available in FBX format too, so you can have them pretty much just any way that you would like. All right, so I'm going to look at some, a real quick way that you can use these to block out a really simple environment very quickly. All right, so what I've got here is I have 10 individual Nurnies here. So let's go ahead and make them all visible. And let's just go ahead and actually uncheck all of these. And we'll go into polygon mode so we can see them individually. So here we've got just a bunch of different styles. Some of them are more complex than others. Different geometric things going on. Some of them are going to be just more flat panels. Some are going to be having housings or ducting or whatever. Little doors that can open if you want, all sorts of things like that. And then I've got one in here that's just a light. I may add in another light before I actually upload this one for release, but this is just the light one that I have in here. So what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and just make all these visible. I'm going to select all of these and then go over to groups, and I'm going to make a new group, which I'll call panels, or you can call it whatever you'd like. And now we've got our 11 items in there, which is our 11 things that we've got selected here. So I'm going to go ahead and hide those, and I'm going to start just by creating a really simple piece of geometry. So I'm going to create just a 2 by 2 grid that is 4 meters by 4 meters. So in other words, two 2 meter pieces by 2 2 meter pieces. So let's select our mesh layer and then click apply. And now we've got our 2 by 2 grid. All right, now I'm going to apply a replicator here, and this is just one of the ways that you could use these, but you could place them individually as well, but I'm going to use replicators to set these up. So I'm going to go ahead and add the replicator in right now, so you can see this happen kind of in real time. So let's go down here to Particles, Replicator, and I'm going to go to my properties, and I will make the prototype panels and the point source the mesh. And then I want to make sure that I am using use polygons. So instead of placing these on the individual vertices, these are going to place them polygon by polygon. And that's important because that way you can block out an environment with 2 meter by 2 meter polygons, and each one is going to be perfectly filled by these panels. Now, one thing to keep in mind is you're going to want to hide the mesh item afterwards. Otherwise, you may get some overlap, and it might hide some of the stuff for any of the panels that drop below the ground plane, and give you, some extra depth, like these pipes in here, or some of them have some lighting that's underneath. So I want to make sure that we, in the end, hide this. You can see some stuff appears when we hide that. But for now, we're actually going to go and take and kind of create some more geometry based off of this. So what I'm going to do is hop into edge mode, and I'm going to turn on snapping, and then I'm going to press F11 to bring up my snapping dialog here, and I'm going to snap to grid. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to set a fixed grid up. Now, I could set this to exactly 2 meters by 2 meters, or excuse me, a 2 meter grid rather, but I'm going to set it to a 1 meter grid. I found that you get better snapping if you don't snap to the exact number. So just a kind of side note there. So now with that, I can go and select a couple of edges and just use edge extend. And you see, first it will snap half, and then to a the length of a full grid. All right, so let's go ahead and turn on symmetry as well, and let's just get these ones here, and I'm going to snap out. And then what I can do is I can just tap the middle mouse button and it will snap again and do another set. So let's go this way here now, and I'm going to actually here, let's add on these sides here, and I'm just going to use edge extend and go up, and then I can go up another set, and then if I want to, I could do you know, something like use the bevel tool. So let's grab a couple here, bevel, and the grid snapping is going to obey on all of the individual tools, so it's going to make it really easy, and I can use middle mouse button again to just kind of extend out and get more and more of these panels here, so I can very quickly create entire blocked out scenes. So let's go out there and one more, so that that one continues. And then I think what I'm going to do here is go and grab this front edge here, and let's go ahead and edge extend this one up, and another one. And now I've gotten myself to a little bit of an issue, and I'm going to show you how you can fix this really quickly, because you can see now I have, if I go ahead and hide my replicator, I've got a set of polygons here that are discontinuous, if I press L and get the loop, from these ones here. So all I'm going to do is just double click on this, go to vertex, merge tool, and just click, and you'll see it'll deselect those corner ones, which means that I've actually merged those pieces together. Okay, and now what I can do is let's just double click on this part here, deselect the top, and then I'm just going to use the bridge tool and click, and now we've got that closed. Cool. So let's you know, just make a little bit more here. I'm going to go ahead and turn my replicator back on so we can see what's going on here. So let's go ahead and again, use our bevel tool, and we'll just pull back a little bit, and again, and now sometimes you might end up with something a little funky like I did right there. So here, let's go ahead and undo that. I actually inadvertently did an edge extend, so you got to just pay a little bit of attention here, but the nice thing is this is a fairly forgiving way to go and build out some geometry really quickly, and you could get, you know, less haphazard than I'm being here, and you could actually start to block out something a bit cooler. But you know, I'm just doing something really fast here. So now I've got this built out, looks pretty nice. Let's go ahead and turn our replicator on. And oops, you can see I got a couple of extra things in here that I had kind of messed up. So I'm just going to take a second here and run a quick mesh cleanup. Okay, and I had a few extra vertices there, and that should actually fix that issue. Most of it. It looks like we have a few extra polygons, just kind of errant polygons running around here that are causing me some problems. So anyways, this is just a real basic quick idea of what's going on here with the with Project Nurnie, and give you a quick idea of how you can start using these right off the bat with just this first one, which is pretty simple. And a lot of these, just as a side note here, have luminous materials on them, both the lights themselves as well as just some other pieces. So if you hop over into the render tab here, and let's go ahead and frame up a camera here. Maybe a shot over here like this. And then if I go ahead and just turn on my preview, you can see that I've already got lighting and everything going on. So I've put up some teaser images, and those were all done pretty much exactly like I'm doing this right here. And it makes it very easy to create quick scenes. And in future release packs of this, I'm going to have both different sizes of panels. So I'm going to do some 1x1s. I'm going to do some smaller, like half-meter ones. And then I'm also going to do some more varied kind of pieces, like some corner pieces, some wall and hallway pieces. I'm going to do some piping and some things like that you could either use with replicators or you could place manually and just kind of drop into a scene. So that does it for this quick little walkthrough of the initial launch of Project Nurnie. Hope you like it. If you want to find these, you can check them out on Gumroad. That's gumroad.com/Ellery. Or if you're subscribing with Patreon, you'll also get these in your Patreon for all subscribers. For this first one, they'll come to all subscribers, and then in the future they'll come at all of them will be included with the $10 a month level, with all the other downloads for tutorials and videos. And you can also find more episodes there of Moto with Ellery, both on Gumroad and on Patreon, and that's patreon.com/Ellery. That does it for this one, so go make something cool, and I will see you next time.
Yum, yum!